Back in July, South Korea and the United States reached a broad agreement on tariff negotiations. However, instead of immediately signing the agreement, follow-up negotiations have been ongoing regarding the details. The primary issue is South Korea's commitment to a $350 billion investment in the U.S. as a condition for tariff reduction. At the moment, there's a tense back-and-forth discussion about various specific methods and the revenue-sharing measures that are on the table. At the same time, the lead negotiators representing both nations gathered for critical discussions in New York. Let's turn to reporter Jong Ye-rin.
Recently, South Korea's Minister of Trade, Industry and Energy Kim Jong-kwon met with the U.S. Secretary of Commerce Howard Lutnick in New York on the 12th local time. This important event came just a day after Secretary Lutnick appeared on a viewed broadcast, pressuring South Korea to accept the tariff agreement with the U.S.
So there's no flexibility. The Koreans either accept that deal or pay the tariffs.
Previously, both countries had agreed to lower mutual tariffs to 15% and for South Korea to make a total $350 billion investment in the U.S., approximately 486 trillion Korean won. In their New York meeting, both sides continued discussions on tariff negotiations. However, diplomatic sources have suggested that it's currently not a situation where the expected results can yet be announced. This has led to speculation that the two sides are showing differences in coordinating the details.
It's not solely a matter of how much direct investment will ultimately be made, but is equally concerned with how the revenue accrued from those investments will be fairly divided.
The president's office has stressed that they won't engage in negotiations that stray from reason or fairness. If the U.S. continues to pressure based on the agreement with Japan, significant friction is expected. There are some concerns, as Secretary Lutnick mentioned earlier in his speech, that the mutual tariffs between the two countries might revert back to the previous rate of 25%. Starting from the 16th, Japan's automobile tariffs will be reduced to 15%. If there's a 10% difference with ours, it could hurt our competitiveness. With Minister Kim expected to return to South Korea tomorrow, the persistent lack of resolution from the recent New York meeting raises serious concerns about the potential for extended negotiations and their impact on both nations. Jong Ye-rin, MBN News.